Last year I made a video on 10 rap song remixes that are better than the original version of the songs, and I decided to make a follow-up to that because there are way more than 10 songs that fit into that category. And for this video, I've got someone to help me out who you guys have been asking me to collaborate with for a while, and that is my man Isaiah the Player. We also made a video on his channel, so stick around to the end of this and I'll link it on the screen for you guys at the end. So with that being said, this is CDTV here with Isaiah the Player, and let's jump into this list.
Down like a down girl. I remember when I used to bag up in the basement with her, with the attraction of a Michael Jackson swag, but in this case a thriller. And she was a wolf, not in sheep's clothing.
I'm sure a lot of you just look at Joe Budden as that angry guy who gets mad all the time over various things in the world of hip hop. And to be fair, he has kind of portrayed himself like that, but I definitely don't think that means we should overlook his music. A lot of it is very solid indeed, and that applies to this remix of his song She Don't Put It Down, which originally featured Lil Wayne, Fabulous, and Tank. Now that song is still good, and Wayne's verse is alright, but in this remix he is replaced by Twista, and Twista absolutely destroys this track. His flow couldn't be smoother, and his effortless double time surprisingly works really well considering the sound of the track and its topic.
Rolling in my Uber, that just how I use my time. Blowing on that backwood, that just how I use my mind. Looking out the window, hoping it all will be fine.
I like the original Uber Everywhere. It's a fun, lighthearted song that you could turn up to, but in my opinion, I always felt like it was missing something. Turns out it was just a guest verse from Travis Scott. And it's not like Travis turned a bad song good. The song was still a hit without him, but I felt like his melodic flow added a lot more to the song than what Made in Tayo could have done.
Now, I'm of the mindset that the original Mask Off song is very overrated. A lot of people love it, but the beat isn't super special to me, and I'm already not the biggest Future fan, so it's just a mediocre song in my opinion. However, while I'm still not crazy about the beat, Kendrick comes through and upgrades this track to a whole other level with his feature, being creative with his vocals as always, and matching the melody of his voice with the instrumental, which creates this amazing sound. Kendrick really took this track and made it his own in my opinion.
All I gotta do is put my mind to this shit. Goddamn. Cancel out my ex, I put a line through that bitch.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually really enjoy the original My Way with Monty as the guest rapper instead of Drake, but there's no denying that Drake had a better guest verse. That's not saying Monty's was bad, because it definitely was not, but I felt like Drake just did a little bit better. I just felt like Drake's verse had more quotable lines, and he overall just added more to the song than Monty. Simple as that.
Swag surfing all through the world, slide through the sea on a comet. OXY for these morons, that be that new shit I'm push on. Raise off of them pockets.
Honestly, the most memorable thing about the original version of this song was Rick Ross's incredibly questionable lyrics that got him dropped from his Reebok sponsorship. You really have to question what made him write something like that. But this remix, this is memorable for way more than that. If you don't already know, Black Hippy is a collective consisting of Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, Ab-Soul, and J-Rock, so the chances of them making a bad song are pretty low. Kendrick starts off by rapping literally the second the song starts with his versatile flow, followed by Schoolboy Q, whose grimy delivery was just made for a beat like this. After this, Ab-Soul comes through to show Rick Ross how to write a consensual bar about sex, followed by J-Rock, who hits us with an intense and aggressive sounding verse to close the song out. I don't know what we did to deserve Black Hippy, and we can all just hope that they drop some more stuff in the near future, because almost everything they do is pretty damn great.
Man on the horse, all I had was Ralph Lauren, then I went inside a deal and bought a pony. Whoa. Yeah, I'm taking it back and then I'm smacking you bitches and laughing and I'm killing them, hacking and sending your body right back to them. You wonder what's happening, I'm flipping new syllables, acronyms.
Come on, do I really need to describe why Joyner's version is better than Lil Pump's? Let's be real, you could probably make this whole video with just Joyner Lucas remixes. He's that good.
That money be calling out, I won't stop balling out. I am next like Jabari now. See niggas was sleeping on me, but I just woke them up and they saying they sorry now. I'm dope stacking, dope rapping, no lacking, pole packing.
So many of my viewers have asked me to talk about Montana of 300, and whilst I still haven't looked too much into his music, what I have heard is pretty nice, and this remix is one of the best things I've heard from him. Now, the original version was done by Nicki Minaj, and yeah, it's alright, but Montana's version of the song has stuck with me way more than hers. The main thing that really roped me in was the building intensity of the track. track, with his vocals already starting out as forceful, but building up to near screaming as we get closer to the end of the track. It's incredibly attention-grabbing. And while I don't think absolutely every bar hits on here, a hell of a lot of them do, and it's crazy to see how much wordplay Montana managed to pack into this single verse. Whenever I think of the beat for this track, Montana is the first rapper that pops into my head. He really owned this one.
Walk through Shallon after dark, you get stuck up. Seek and destroy, baddest boy when I'm puffed up. You know my name and Pharaoh Month, why we came, what? We off the chain, plus we plotting on a chain, what?
The original Simon Says is a classic rap song, and a large part of that reason is because of the beat, which is definitely one of the best ever. However, the problem I had with the original and why I think the remix is better is because I feel like Pharoahe Monch didn't go as hard as he could have by himself on the original. The remix fixes that though. The added verses from Lady Luck, Redman, Method Man, Shabam Sadiq, and Busta Rhymes just brings the energy of the track to where it needs to be.
So I just got a couple comments on part 1 of this video informing me that I missed this song out. I hadn't heard it back then, so I had to check it out for myself to see if people were just overreacting or not. And they weren't. I basically fell in love with this song after the first listen. Now Craig Mack definitely carries his original version of the song by himself, but the features on this remix really help spice things up and make it even better than the already great original version. It's already amazing from the second Biggie starts rapping. This beat is something that is definitely his style and he fits in perfectly over it. I also found LL Cool J's flow to be really notable as well. It has a very catchy feel to it. Everyone here does an amazing job honestly, and the only verse that needed a couple listens to grow on me was the Busta Rhymes one, just because of how animated and off-kilter it was. It has grown on me though, and the song is just brilliant all around. It's a fantastic track, and of course I just want to round this out by saying rest in peace to Craig Mack.
In a lobby at an intercontinental with an obvious intent, I will not even relent upon a little, like Osama with a bomb under the Benetton, middle of the Pentagon, and hit a kindergarten with a riddle. Stop! Back and forth, like Jack and forth.
Alright everybody, we finally got to the #1 spot on this video's list, the Chloraseptic remix. And it's no secret the Chloraseptic remix is better than the original by miles. For one, Eminem's verse is way better. His flow was improved, his energy improved, and he just sounded way more motivated on this track. Let's not forget that 2 Chainz also killed his verse, which isn't really a surprise because he kills almost every guest verse he does. Overall, the difference between the two songs is basically night and day, and you don't even have to be a big rap fan to notice that.